Hello everyone, Cromulent Archer here, and I have a treat for you today. The good folks at Mountain Sheep have allowed me to, or hooked me up with a early access build of their new game, Hardland, which is currently, it's in pre-alpha. It should be entering an alpha phase pretty soon, if I understand things correctly. And I just wanted to take a little bit of time and show it to you because I think it looks really neat. So we are gonna try and dive right in, and I'll talk about it as we go. So we've got, in the beginning here, they have a series of options. Hardland specific, this is the traditional game that will be, you know, the main bulk of playing when it's time. But they have a series of kind of tutorials that are in more greater state of completion that you can do to learn more about how the game works, and I'll go into a few of those probably towards the end of this video, but I wanted to show you the game as it stands currently. And as you saw, the percentage is only at 20% right now, so there's still a long way to go before this game is finished. But everything, all the stuff is procedurally generated. So as you can see, your guy wakes up in a nice little house like this, and he looks around, there's stuff. The map is all procedurally generated, and it has this really pretty look to it. As you can see, he looks like he's made of claymation, like it's a stop motion animation system, which I think is really awesome. And I have the stuff, the video settings pumped up right now because I wanted you to see it, but my computer might not be able to record very smoothly at this level, so I may have to turn it down, but we'll start out this way and see what happens. So you can see this little claymation guy off to the side here, wandering around. I mean, there's a lot left to be put into this game, but you cannot fault the look of it. It is gorgeous already. So let's open this treasure chest. You can see a whole bunch of stuff fell out. Pick up the gold, just kind of picks up as you go along. Silver fork, we'll pick that up. Small key, pick that small key up. Alright, so let's go over here and see what we can talk to with this. Oops, I accidentally picked up that. Didn't mean to pick up that chest. Did that mean I didn't get the small key? Oh, what's this guy? Hello, Mr. Thief. Do I look like a thief? Nah, trust me, not steal a thing unless it's something valuable. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure about a lot of these guys at this point. I put about an hour into this game before I started recording just to get the lay of the land, but there's still stuff that I haven't, I'm sure there's many things that I haven't seen. But you can see we're in a town right now. It's obviously snowing. Looks very nice. Let's see if we can talk to this guy here. He's a merchant. So he's offering us a trade for things that we don't have, which is why they're in red. Gold coin, beer, and cinnamon, which is kind of neat. And so let's take a look at the inventory real quick. So they've got the little paper doll, which I think is neat. I'm going to guess that a lot of this isn't completely implemented yet, but so the standard shield, his shoulders stuff, sword, mail. One of the things that's interesting is that they have this faction system involved where you can impersonate members of other factions. So like there's this chicken mask, and if I go back in here, our good friend now looks like a chicken, and he will actually present as a chicken to other members, like to actual chickens and things, which I think is pretty hilarious. And there's something kind of clever they're doing with the rendering as well that I want to point out because I see it happening in the distance. If you look between that tree and that hill in the distance, as I walk forward, things raise up. The forest kind of raises up. It's it's their solution for pop-in that happens a lot of times in long distance games, but I think it's kind of a clever solution that rather than popping in, it's raising up like the ground is being organized in front of you, which I think is kind of neat. So let's get our guy out of this chicken mask here and put his human male mask on. But those masks will will fool people. It works much more with, say, enemies where you can trick ghouls into thinking you're also a ghoul so that they don't attack you, that kind of stuff. It's pretty neat, I think. Pigs for sale. Alright, so let's see what we can find here. So you can pick up and throw things. If you hold down the throw button, you'll toss it like that, which is kind of neat. Ooh, getting a lot of bloom right here. If you notice at the bottom there's like a stamina number that's kicking up. That's sort of your ability to throw, amongst other things. But so you see it starts dropping when I pick this up, and then it drops, boom, down to 70 something when I threw it, which is kind of an interesting mechanic. There's also my health and armor down there. You can do damage to enemies and stuff with this, which is kind of neat. One of the things that it does do at the moment, which is kind of frustrating, is that he throws in the direction that he is looking, that he is facing, not the direction the camera's looking. So like, I would think, you know, which I guess makes sense, but see, he'll throw this at the wall there and then turn and look in the direction I'm facing. It's not a big deal, just something to keep in mind. Is this a gunpowder? Oh yeah, and there is destructible terrain or deformable terrain, so let's see, let's hit this. See if we can make this work. If this doesn't work, later on I can show you a spot that is specifically designed to show you the deformable terrain. Boom. See, yep. It dug this hole in the ground, which is kind of neat. I'm sure they've got plans for that in the future, but right now it's just kind of cosmetic. So let's talk to this lady. The townspeople will give you little quests, like this lady wants me to find a voodoo puppet for her. I think the quests are, what does he want? He wants ham. I don't have a ham, but once I kill one of your pigs, I'll have ham. Come on. Oh, he got away. Pig got away. Alright, let's take this pig out into somewhere where we make sure he doesn't get caught on the train. Ham. Alright, so let's give this guy ham. See, it turns green. Complete quest. Have a good day, sir. So right now, because it's still early, there's no, as far as I can tell at least, there's no actual, nothing is actually being given to me for completing quests, but it's still kind of neat to get them. And you can see the what's coming. You know, it's shades of the stuff that's coming in the future. Oh, look, a snowman. Haven't been in the snowy part of the game before, so this is kind of neat. Examine the snowman. It's a snowman. Can I take the top hat? Awesome. Got a top hat. That's hilarious. Smiling Mr. Snowman. Smiling Mr. Snowman. I'm totally a snowman. I don't know what you guys are talking about. No adventurers here. Just a snowman. That's pretty funny. Alright, so let's see what that snowman's hat. Can I wear this? Yeah, totally. Look at that. That is a fine looking dude. Looks like we got a little bit of hair clipping through the edge, but that's no big deal. It's early yet. Oh, so there's an enemy. There's a ghoul over there. So let's take that guy out and see what we can do. So you can attack and you can block. Like right now I'm blocking. See if I can get him to swing. Boom. There, see, hit my shield. Cool. Let's get some ghoul brains. Let's go attack this guy. You can see the biome is changing as we get... Oh, he knocked my shield off. Oh no! I'm dead. Was carrying a cannon apparently? That's kind of random. Oh, that was sad. We died. Alright, well let's try this again. Looks like there's a guy with a bow and arrow running around over there. But open. I don't really know where that cannon that came out of my body came from. Guess I had it. I don't know. There we go. Alright. let's take a look. And if you can break up things like buckets, or in this case a barrel that seems to, and it'll drop things like apples. See, apple, apples. Get all kinds of apples. Yeah, and I'm things are a little choppy for me. My computer is not probably the best for this, but let me see if I can let things sort of catch up here. Alright, so let me try to change the video options real quick because my computer, let's go to medium. Restart is required. Alright, so we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. I fiddled with some settings, and actually this seems to be getting me my best frame rate, so we're gonna go with that. It's just slightly less than 30 anyways. So when I restarted, we're out here in the wilderness instead of in a town, which is kind of interesting. You can see some fighting going on down there between some goblins and some ghouls, which is kind of interesting. This big fat guy on the corner here is the Goblin King. He is... I went toe-to-toe with him in another when I was practicing earlier, and he pretty much demolished me, so I'm not going to mess with him right now while I'm showing this game. But as you can see, like I think I said before, all of the terrain is procedurally generated. It changes each time you go. Oh look, some dead goblins. Alright, so let's see if we can take this little goblin guy out here. Come here, goblin man. Tighten up some stuff. We got the goblin shield. Take that. A goblin axe. Take those. And then you can, you can move them around. I don't really know. I imagine the goblin shield and goblin axe are not as nice as the stuff that I already have, but sure, we'll change them out just for the fun of it. So you got different weapons and stuff. That's kind of neat. So, and over time the biomes change from different things, because as you know, we were in a snow biome earlier, and now we're in a diseased forest kind of looking thing. So it's all pretty neat. Some candles. That's kind of cute. Hardlandian gravestone. I'm sure I'll have a few of those before the time is over with. So yeah, so you've got. I think the game's pretty neat. It's obviously still got some rough edges. The biome changes are kind of abrupt, and some other things like that, and just some UI issues that are not quite there, but by and large I think the game is looking pretty good. I guess I'll take a second now and show you, well, let's just run around a little bit and take a look at some stuff before I go over, because I'd like to show you the other things, the sort of tutorial challenge things that they gave before I wrap this video up. Not all of them, but a couple of them at least. Oh, there's a ghoul. Let's see what we can do with this ghoul. And also don't let, as I think I said earlier, but I'll say it again, don't let any choppiness on the inside make you think that the game is actually choppy. It's between this and Fraps and my audio program it's running. It's sort of stretching the edges of what my computer is capable of, which is more a reflection on my computer than the game itself. Although I'm sure there is some optimization to be done, which will be done eventually. Like I said, pre-alpha. Can't expect too much. It's looking pretty damn good for a pre-alpha game. So it looks like there's a town here maybe, or just a wall. Looks like, I guess, just a wall. There's some hay on the other side. We jump it? We did. Yeah, alright. So what do we got? Oh, so it's just like an old broken down wall. That's pretty cool. And now, so now we're in a much more lush forest environment. So yeah, the biomes shift and things. Oh, that's pretty. Is this something special, or is this just a regular grave? It's an old one. And I can carry it. his ability to pick stuff up is slightly ridiculous at the moment, but it's also hilarious. Cabbages. My cabbages! Alright, so, mushrooms. Poison mushrooms. Wonder if I can eat those. That'd be kind of hilarious. No. Can I hold them? Apparently I can hold it. Huh, that's sort of an interesting thing. I can hold it like a weapon. One of the things they don't have yet is any really statistics in the game, so I have found it difficult to tell when I'm being attacked or like when I'm actually getting hit. I mean, they have down at the bottom of the screen, you can see there is health telling me what my health is, but it's sometimes a little tricky to tell exactly what's going on. Hey, that's kind of neat looking, but you know, that'll come in time. There'll be more feedback and such to let you know exactly what's happening. Let's cut down some bushes. Alright, so I'm going to jump over to some of the challenge not challenge mat, but sort of tutorial things to show you what's up, and I'll be right back. So they have these different challenge things, or training grounds as they call them. There's the chicken battle, and that is trying to teach you to use the environment, because you're turned into a chicken and you have to sort of bait this guy into a trap. There's basic combat. This environment is also to teach you to use the environment more. This is the factions one. I'm actually going to go into the factions one because I think that shows a lot about what the game, what's going on with the game as a wider thing, but it also has some of the other stuff involved. So you always start with this guy being all sleepy, but he's okay. Alright, so if we talk to this guy here, he will tell us, come on, there we go. It says, welcome to the training grounds. Today we will learn about factions, read signs, and follow instructions while he takes a nap. So if you read this sign, it'll tell you that all characters in Hardland belong to several factions and react accordingly. So chickens and foxes both belong to the animal faction, but they also belong to their own faction and will. So chickens will run from foxes, but they'll both run from ghouls. With the proper equipment, you can disguise yourself. So, for instance, over here is a ghoul head. So we'll pick up the ghoul head, and if we put it on, then we can wander over into the ghoul section here and just hang out with them, just chill. How's it going, ghoulies? We having fun? Ghouling it up? Ghoul City, USA. It's like there's a chest that got up on top of this thing here. One thing I don't know is if they'll attack if I start attacking. Let's find out. Looks like they just continue to believe I'm nothing as long as I'm wearing this. That will probably change in time. Oh, there they go. Now they see me for who I am. Oh. I don't know why they're all wailing on each other. Let's open this chest, see what's inside. Lots of treasure. And a smaller treasure chest. Alright. And so, well, let's deal with this guy because he's following me out. There we go. Alright, let's get our ghoul mask off. So what this one is going to tell us is that smarter creatures like the Goblin King can even recognize armor when you're wearing a mask, so you need to blend in. So in the case of the goblins, I need the shield, the axe, the mask, and if you put them all on, oh, let's put the mask on, goblin shield, goblin axe, whoops, wrong mask, goblin mask. And now we look like a goblin as far as they're concerned. But if we were just wearing the mask, they would totally see through it. And so this rock is a little too big, so we gotta whack it until it breaks. There we go. And now we can wander in here and talk to the Goblin King. Stop, minion. Your king is feeling hungry and wants to feast on flesh meat. I will make you a goblin prince if you bring me a living creature. I would die to taste a tasty elf. But there's no elves in this little testing area, so that's not going to work. Oh no, a bunch of skeletons came out. But yeah, so that's the faction system, which is kind of an interesting addition, I think, to the game. And seems like, see now, are they attacking me, or are they attacking all the goblins? Looks like just me. Alright, so another neat thing to see here, which is another reason why I brought you into this one, is to see the oops, that didn't work. Hang on. Is to see the explosions. Boom. See if we can lead these guys into the explosions. Yeah, got a couple of them. But you can see the deformable terrain at work, where the explosions dig into the terrain. So altogether, pretty cool. I would say I think that this game is definitely coming along. It's it's still early, pre-alpha and all that, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on this one. I'm hoping that it gets to the point eventually where I can do a series on it. Obviously, it's still a little too early, too rough around the edges for that, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on this one and hoping that I get the opportunity to do a series on this game when it reaches its potential. I think it's going into early access on Steam sometime soon, so you can keep your eye out for that. And I think that's about it for now, so I will sign out from here. Thanks for watching. Bye.